quick one on the Jordan Elsey tackle. Do you have a view of it?
Yeah, I thought it was clear. Won the ball clearly.
Fair enough. Thank you, Carl Vett. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
And as we restart things at Cooper Stadium, and Sydney FC with the ball first, we'll bring in Robbie Cornthwaite again. We saw that discussion, Bobo and Daniel Elder. Do you have your ears out, bionic ears out, Robbie Cornthwaite?
I certainly did. I was just hovering around the tunnel there as the Sydney FC team came out, and Bobo made a beeline straight for the referee. I'm about to get a touch here, boys. Almost got my head on that one. And the referee, he said to the referee, you know, if I lose the ball there and he doesn't catch the ball, he's going to break my leg. And the ref basically said, yeah, I had a look at it at half-time, and I still think it's a yellow card.
Fair enough. We go on.
Well, we don't go on because, in spite of what we all think, it was a yellow card, and that's the end of it.
That's what I mean. We go on.
Okay.
Yeah, we leave it and we go on, which we are right now, because Adelaide have got themselves an early corner in this second half. Did you think I meant go on and on about it? Or
No.
This is a good opportunity for Craig Goodwin and Adelaide United. It was Sydney with that dynamic start, highlighted by the Lafondra goal at this end, which is the difference between the two sides. It's a Lafondra header that just goes straight up, and there's a chance if Mork can somehow turn. I thought he was going to try the back heel there, but he couldn't even get his feet sorted for that. Dellion off to Halloran, who's dropped deep. Let's see if they take a few more risks in terms of ball speed, ball movement, where they try to make Sydney vulnerable. Kitto. Mork can't stretch for that. Ninkovic comes away. Basically ran straight into Bobo, who didn't move too much, but it falls for Joel King. Thought Ninkovic perhaps offside, so he elects to go back to Bratton.
Well, he ran into Bobo, and you rightfully pointed out, because Bobo didn't move. It's not a good pass, and here's a chance. Maybe Redmayne should have this.
Gee, if Craig Goodwin's ball has half the weight on it, Alan Santore has himself a one-on-one. Big chance goes begging for Adelaide. Strain to Halloran. Mork. It needed to be absolutely perfect for Cavallo. It's just a little too much on it. He's been so good, Josh Cavallo. I mentioned it in the first half. Had a player that's made a mid-season move. Primarily as left back, but Carl Vett decided a couple of games ago that he didn't have enough energy in the middle of the park, and he's put Cavallo in there for that very reason, and it's kept a player like Louis Dorigo on the bench. Bobo, lovely little header, cushion header to Lafondra, who just picks a spot. No, it went through Ryan Kitto, and Barbarouses wasn't expecting it. Has another chance, the Kiwi.
Well,
back to Bratton.
Sorry, Adam, I don't think anyone expected Ryan Kitto to miss it.
There's a chance for Adelaide to break. Mork looking for Hassan Toure, but McGowan just falls to the ground after he passes it to Wilkinson. But yeah, that chance to Barbarouses was flat out weird.
Simple throw, and they don't track the run of Lafondra, who tries to slide this across the face. He does, and Kitto got it horribly wrong. And Barbarouses wasn't banking on that happening, and you can sort of understand as well.
Ceres was caught, and he tried to play a little advantage there. Daniel Elder. Sydney lost possession, and will come back for the free kick.
That's the third foul from Javi Lopez. I know it's early in this second half, but he caught him right across the top of the foot there. I wouldn't have been surprised to see the yellow card come out. You mentioned the energy of Cavallo in the middle of the park. I think they need more energy. I think as good as Javi Lopez has looked at left back when he was fit and up and flying, I think he's just a little bit slow in the middle of the park.
Bratton. Delianoff eventually accepts the invitation to come forward. So, Robbie Cornthwaite, would you actually put Louis Dorigo out there as the number 6 defensive midfielder right now?
Yeah, I probably would. I don't know about right now, but certainly in the next maybe 10 minutes or so. I think this is the scenario I've seen with Lopez tonight. He gets the ball, he sort of faces, turns back and plays the ball sideways. I think he's at his best when the play's in front of him and he's moving onto the ball and he can see the whole picture. I think tonight he's maybe just been a little bit sluggish in possession.
Cavallo's done well there to bring in Goodwin, and his ball, it skids off the top of Alex Wilkinson's head. Otherwise, there was a chance for Adelaide in the middle.
Yeah, great ball across, and you're right, an important touch from Wilkinson. The ball came at such pace, I'm not sure if he knew much about it.
Going to rely heavily on Alex Wilkinson and all his experience in the run-in Sydney FC and the final series, with no McGowan, no Ryan Grant, no Andrew Redmayne. Sydney FC looking to continue this really impressive record when they score first. They're undefeated in 13 going into tonight. 10 wins, 3 draws. Big switch out to Goodwin.
Well, it's better from Adelaide. We're seeing more of them in the front third and getting in these kind of areas as well.
Oh, here's Stephen Mork outside of the boot. Post, McGowan clears before Toure could react. Adelaide's best opportunity of the game so far.
Well, Mork's unlucky because it's difficult to get any kind of first-time touch. To take that on first time and bury it was very difficult. He nearly performed exactly that. Came back off the inside of the post, and what about that interception from Ryan McGowan?
It's woken the crowd up at Cooper Stadium. Goodwin's corner. He's met by King. Strain. Floats it back to Jakobsen. That's an intelligent header back. Halloran. Handball.
Oh, what a chance. Little combination. Kiddo with the ball. Just there. Just a little stab at it with the outside of his boot. Had Redmayne beaten against the post, and terrific reaction from both Wilkinson and McGowan.
Would have been some finish. Just the 1 goal in his last 11. And Daniel Elder already given him the hurry up to Andrew Redmayne. Just wondering if Andrew Redmayne knows exactly what he's doing there. The best hurry up of all can't be the yellow card straight away. Lafondra. Barbarouses. Bobo in the middle. Doesn't get there at first, but Adam Lafondra gets there second. He's got his second. And Sydney are 2-0 up.
Well, I think, I'm not sure, but the flick on, I think early in this move, there might be a question of offside. But it was terrific play to end up with the finish. Bobo with the first chance and Lafondra on the follow-up. He had kind of one of those in the first half where Kiddo was able to clear it. But this one here, as he flicks it on.
I reckon he's on.
I reckon he's all right. That was the one they might have been worried about. They play on from there. Intelligent play from Lafondra.
What about this one? I think Strain's keeping Bobo on. Delianoff, again, he's a little late to the party to come off his line.
We can't see here. Intelligent ball from Barbarouses. And the question is now, the first run of Lafondra is fine. It's that Bobo one. And he looked fine as well, so.
We're waiting. And it is 2-0. Lafondra with the double. Yeah, I thought Bobo initially might have been offside on that last action, but I think it was Ryan Strain keeping him on, the Brazilian. So Adelaide all of a sudden The hill to climb has become a mountain. Javi Lopez. Bo, he had a real tap at him there.
I think that's what Robbie Cornthwaite was talking about there. And Lopez gets the foul, as he should, but it's just slow with getting rid of the ball. And a lot of it's backwards and sideways.
Mork looking for strain with the outside of the boot, which he nearly scored off before. Daniel Elder does not want to know about that penalty claim. Andrew Redmayne got straight to his feet, didn't touch him. Ryan Strain screaming for it. We'll have a VAR check on that before we'll restart play. Good ball from Mork.
Strain trying to get there. Redmayne, couldn't tell from that angle.
All clear. All clear. So not happening at the moment for Adelaide. What turns it? What action turns it? What moment can possibly get themselves back into this contest?
Well, the big one is obviously what's gone and happened already. That one, instead of looking at 1-1 with Mork's one off the post, Sydney a couple of minutes later go up and double the lead. That's football.
Saris is surrounded by a red wall straight away, and they win it back. Lopez dwelt on it again, the Spaniard, and Sydney can come away through Caceres. Ninkovic and King to his left. Picks out the left back. King cuts it back. Barbarouses, his shot is straight at Delinov. Big opportunity for Sydney.
That was another big example. You're not trying to get on the back of Lopez here, but he's definitely more effective in a fullback role at the moment.
In behind is Lafondra. Babo is waiting. Babo, 3-0 Sydney. Cut apart Adelaide United. Nope, offside.
You wondered, didn't you, straight away as the ball went through for Barbarouses, but the referee's assistant's done the right thing. Bobo finishes this off, but I think the referee's assistant feels pretty comfortable that he's got this one covered. Well, you can't tell definitively from that shot, but it certainly appears to have gone early. Superb pass, or cross rather. Well finished off by Bobo.
Well, hang on. That's a goal. That's a goal. He was onside. They celebrate. After the fact, Sydney FC, and it's 3-0. So the assistant, his flag went up after the Brazilian's goal went in. Babo has another. Lafondra has a double. And Sydney are well on their way to 3 big points at Cooper Stadium.
Well, what a blow to Adelaide. So here we go.
Kiddo's foot.
Barbarouses, and it's his foot that keeps him onside, so he's timed it perfectly. From this angle, you think, because we don't really see that, you think that he might have gone early. Superb cross. Bobo finishes it.
Even then, everyone in the middle for Adelaide United almost stopped and went, oh, the flag's going to go up. It's cool. And they've had their pants pulled down, unfortunately, for them. Bobo loves scoring goals full stop in the A-League. He loves scoring against Adelaide United. It's his 53rd goal in the competition. 11 goals for the season. What a return it's been for the 36-year-old. Some question when Sydney FC got him back. Really? Really want him back? Why? He's had his time, hasn't he, in this competition? He's provided so much. The 9 and the 99. Lethal strikers in the A-League. Al Hassan Toure, the opposition number 9 with the 35, is dropping very, very deep to try and get on the ball. As Coopers descends into silence.
Well, Sydney making a mockery of their recent history here.
Hassan Toure trying to break a couple of defensive actions from Sydney FC. Halloran. Strain. Can't get it past Ninkovic. Falls to Bobo, who uses his body really well, and the outside of the boot pass finds Lafondra, who lets it skip on by to Barbarouses. Kiddo's there to steal it back. Grant left one in on Jakobsen. Advantage played. Lopez. Robbie Cornthwaite, it's all gone wrong really quickly for Adelaide United.
Yeah, it certainly has, Adam. I mean, they've been second best since the first whistle tonight, let's be honest. They've been on their heels for most of the match, and it was probably...
Here's Ninkovic. Sorry, Robbie, bringing in Bobo, who wins that 50-50. Back out to King. Barbarouses. Lafondra even, looking for Barbarouses. Preempted. Cavallo, neat touch. The good one. Mork. Halloran asking for it just in front, receives. Halloran with a run up. He'll have a go on his left, will he? Ben Halloran. Nothing much behind that shot. McGowan was in the way anyway.
Yeah, McGowan and Wilkinson just stayed big there. Didn't dive in. Good run from Halloran, though. Mork just couldn't find that angle for the shot, and it's end to end at the moment.
And Mork looking to make something happen. Lafondra is bowled over by Elsie. Problem, big problem. Not only down to 3-0, down to 10 men. It has all gone south rapidly for the home side.
Well, the misplaced pass, and it's cut out. And Elsie gets isolated. I think it's on Lafondra. And stops his progress. That's what the referee's seen. And second yellow gone. 3-0 down, 10 men. Great burst. And you can see he's holding him back there as Lafondra's looking to get him behind him. He got too close to him. He didn't need to. With Barbarouses coming through there, no pressure on him. He should have been dropping off.
Sydney will love this. Not that they want to coast through the rest of the game, as Stephen Mork has a little nip at Caceres. But a frustrating night, Robbie Cornthwaite, for Adelaide United, because, yes, Sydney have been the better side and created the better chances, but you get a feeling at 1-0 that they're in it. They just need that one moment to go their way. The Stephen Mork thing happens, and then it was almost like defensive lapses.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. The point I was trying to make is they've been on their heels all night, and those two goals sort of, you know, put a magnifying glass on that, because the first one comes from a flick on and they go through really, really easy and score on the follow-up. And then the second one, I think James Delianoff, for me, he was favourite to win that ball. If he could got there first, he should have gone in with his hands. And whether you say he wasn't brave enough, for me, he allowed the striker to take on the shot and force him to make a save, where he should have just got there first and put his hands on the ball and kill off the situation. So, I mean, I don't think they've been great. Going forward, obviously, they've really been struggling. And the amount of times they've let Sydney FC get into the penalty area is embarrassing. They've got to engage them earlier, make them beat them higher up the park. Once they get into the box, you can't lay a boot on them. You can't try to make a tackle. And every time they go into the box, they look like scoring.
Sydney take the short corner. Numbers here. King. His ball almost finds the feet of Lafondra. Bratton just cuts across that, ends up floating up invitingly. Lafondra has a go, but Bobo was offside in the first place.
Oh, what an extraordinary evening. Lafondra's got himself 2 goals. Bobo's got 1. The 2 strikers playing up top.
Pressure coming from Sydney as Adelaide to play out. Harvey Lopez has gone back to centre-back alongside Carl Jakobsen. The first time in a game for their final regular season game, they're going to be without Jordan Elsey to start a contest this season. It's perhaps Jakobsen and George Timotheou's on the bench this evening to start a game. There's a new combination in a game they dare not lose against Wanderers. Still a possibility to drop out of the 6, Adelaide, despite their fantastic season. This has been a filthy night for them so far.
Harvey, are you okay?
Jakobsen. Harvey Lopez, who was just asked by the Adelaide coaching staff if he's sweet to continue.
Sydney not forcing the issue on the 10 men. They're still quite happy to let Adelaide have it.
Good idea from Cavallo, looking for Goodwin over the top. Santoro just not happening for him this evening again. To Kiddo. Barging shoulders with Barbarouses and winning a corner. Goodwin over to take it. Adelaide looking to get something going. Something out of this last half an hour. Goodwin off the rebound from the corner. Back to Cavallo. Straight in. Straight to Redmayne. Andrew Redmayne with McGowan and Grant to get on a plane tomorrow and head to Kuwait, where the Socceroos well, Graham Arnold has them on the training pitch this morning over there in the Middle East, or they're watching this one. There's the live ladder. It's a pretty picture for Sydney FC out of this one. Pretty much guarantees. Nothing's a guarantee in life, of course, but they're looking good for second spot. Central Coast look to put the pressure on. They take on Newcastle on Tuesday night.
Well, they're going to find a very different temperature where they're headed to, that's for sure. Australian-based A-League players. 46, 47 degrees at the moment over there.
Fahrenheit. Lafondra. Strain cuts that one out. Mork. Cavallo. And Bratton was playing it right back there, and McGowan, as he's done all night, reacts quick. Substitution coming. Nogabire and also Michael Morone. Coming on for Brian Strain, and this is the story of this second half, Robbie Slater. Mork hits the post. Adelaide feeling good about themselves. Only 1-0 down. It's happening, and then bang, bang, bang. Well, 3 big moments.
Yeah, they would have felt better if it had gone in. That's the big moment of the match. Barbarouses on a platter for Bobo, and Lafondra with the finish, and then this one where it seemed like everyone stopped, thinking Barbarouses was offside, put them 3-0 up, and then just to make things worse, Jordan Elsey already on a yellow card from what many would think could have been a red in the first, gets his second yellow for holding back Lafondra, and there's the match. That Mork incident, that goes in, could have been a vastly different story.
So Paulo Retre getting some minutes here. He'll feature. You would say that he's the first choice replacement at right back for Ryan Grant. Knowing the Sydney system so well, Predominantly used as a midfielder, though, this season, Retro. Patrick Wood, young striker, live wire, 18-year-old, former CC striker, his junior club on the northern beaches of Sydney. And Manly United as well, but he scored goals this season. This is his 18th appearance of the season, so not bad for an 18-year-old. Patrick Wood coming on for Adam Le Fondre, who won't get a chance at a hat-trick tonight. Sydney looking to build on these 3 goals that they've already scored. Caceres. Ninkovic. And here's Wood. Early chance. Patrick Wood. First touch off the bench. And Sydney have their 4th. What a moment for the kid.
Absolutely brilliant, because, you know, with the return of Bobo and Le Fondre, I mean, for the youngsters in Sydney FC who've been doing so very well, getting not many chances, and Wood, first touch, quick feet, 3 Adelaide defenders around him. Caceres with the little no-look pass. Ninkovic, I think that meant for Barbarousis, but what about that? Just slides it past Delianov. Smart finish, and look what that means to Patrick Wood.
His 4th goal of the season. And Sydney, well, I don't know, Robbie Slater, do you get the feeling that Adelaide need to be careful here, otherwise it's a complete tonking?
Well,
I mean, 4-0 is bad enough.
But also that we've said for for 2 or 3 weeks now that goal difference could play a big part in making the 6, and this is not doing them any favours in that respect.
Absolutely not. Adelaide United now down to -3 goal difference. It's the live ladder, so a raft of possibilities opening up for Brisbane and Macarthur in particular. Brisbane with just the 23 games played as well. They take on Wanderers tomorrow at Bankwest Stadium in another critical game. Alassane Toure finding Goodwin. Craig Goodwin trying to curl it with the right. Desperation from Sydney FC to keep a clean sheet. Rattray bouncing off a couple of pursuers. And Wilkinson can release King. This is Adelaide's worst defeat or margin in the game since the Macarthur match in round 7. Now that, oddly enough, kick-started a run of 6 straight wins for Adelaide United. That particular arrangement of gentlemen will be hoping that this has a similar effect, although feeling without Elsie, one day is a massive loss. I want to get his hamstring right. No, Tommy Urich, he might be back next week for Wanderers. So Cassini Yengi out with a hamstring. It's the wrong body's going down at the wrong time. He's the goal scorer, Wood. Complete control. Sydney FC with 20 minutes to go as well. Here's Ryan Grant. Oh, Barbarousis wasn't expecting that. I hope for his sake he wasn't expecting that, because that touch was a little heavy. More changes coming. And Ben Wallen will get some minutes for Joel King. So Wallen, who will probably play centre-back next week in the absence of Ryan McGowan. Wallen comes on at left-back. And Harry van der Sarg, who struggled for minutes this season. Milos Ninkovic gets an early mark. Again, a polished performance from the Serbian legend. So, Warland actually played an FFA Cup final off the bench for Adelaide against Sydney FC. He's on, and Harry van der Sarg, another talented youngster who's come through the Sydney system. And also from the Northern Beaches. Have to mention that. Here he is. Can he score with his first touch as well, or set one up? His ball inside only finds Ryan Kiddo. Grant on the front foot. Van der Sar, Rattray. Adelaide want to make a sub. They can't yet. Joe Coletti's going to come on in midfield. Yeah, eager to get on there as well, as you would be. Caceres. And that ball's too heavy for Van der Sar. So 2 subs coming. Stefan Mort for Louis Dorigo, and Joe Coletti will come on in midfield as well. For Josh Cavallo. Robbie Cornthwaite, Sydney FC. Fresh look at them this evening, especially with the difference of Lafondra teaming up with Bobo. Where do you think they're placed in relation to, say, Melbourne City, taking into account both sides will be -3 really important players for the rest of the season?
I think Sydney FC are fantastically well placed, if I'm honest. I think should they go and win tonight, which I think they will, that'll be just 1 defeat in the last 12, and I think that record really stacks up against Melbourne City's over the last, well, the second half of this season. The players that they're losing as well, I'll just break away.
Wood for a double. He's got the double. Patrick Wood off the bench. The flag's up, but what does that mean at the moment? It could mean anything. We'll have a check. It's already happened once tonight. Well, the flag's gone up.
Yeah, it's one straight run to check. VAR will check it straight away. Did he go too early? It was a fantastic finish. Yeah, well off.
This one. It's a good line, actually. Moroney next to Jakobsen. So perhaps Michael Moroney is the option. Think of that one. He's played a fair bit of centre-back, especially under Marco Kurtz, Michael Moroney.
Yeah, but if you see that, they get away with that. If he bends his run better, they were so square. Bends his run better,
he's through.
Onside and he's through. So they got away with that.
The point I was going to make with Sydney FC is the players they're losing are in that back four, and obviously that's a huge blow with their experience, but we've seen tonight the way they sit back and soak up the pressure. It's a structural sort of thing. It's not so much down to the individual. When you look at Melbourne City, they're losing Metcalf and all those goals with Jamie McLaren. Sydney FC aren't losing any goals. They're going to score. They've got the experience in finals and they've built nicely. They're going to finish second at this rate, and I'll tell you what, they're really firming as a bit of a not so much a dark horse, but they're going to cause problems, that's for sure.
Massive problems, and there could be a fifth here that Adelaide United have copped. It's Barbarouses. His cutback doesn't find a teammate. Adelaide try to play out quickly through Goodwin.
Yeah, they should have had more players in the box there. They got the numerical advantage.
And Bobo gets his early mark as well. So Luka Ivanovic, some important minutes here for players on the periphery for Steve Corica. Bobo coming off. He's not happy that he's getting the hurry up from Daniel Elder, but this gentleman in particular, Alex Wilkinson, how big is his role for Sydney FC? And we know how he organises. He's the one talking. You go to a Sydney FC game and that's all you can hear, and that loud voice of his, just him barking instructions. So I'd want to pray that he stays healthy, because he could be the difference, the veteran.
Oh, there's no doubt. They're losing 3 out of the back 5. Joel King's got a lot of experience now, but he's still nowhere near the experience of Grant and McGowan and Redmayne. So Alex Wilkinson, in some respects, becomes a real, maybe the key
to the whole thing.
To the whole thing for Sydney in respect to the back 4. But I agree with Robbie Cornthwaite. I think for what they've lost over Melbourne City, I think Sydney come out slightly better. You don't replace those goals, McLaren. Metcalf's had a superb season. Sydney FC lose nothing in the front third.
Yongabiro one-on-one with Warland, who sticks a leg out and does well.
Or the middle third, for that matter.
Yeah, with Grant going and Rattray to right back, they lose their backup in the middle of the park, but Caceres and Bratton look to have formed a pretty good combination. Here is Caceres.
I think what yourself and Robbie Cornthwaite have pointed out is key also is injuries. If they keep everyone fit, the first 11 looks very strong. But if you get a couple of key injuries, you're in big trouble. But you know, Melbourne City will be thinking the same. I'll tell you who'll be looking at it. You know, your Brisbane's, you know, the other ones that make it, they're going to think, okay, they're not at full strength.
Ivanovic stayed on side this one. Timed his run well, but he's touched it a little heavy. He'll have another crack here, but wins a corner. Yeah, lose the wrong player at the wrong time, and T. Rubble. Central Coast have been pretty good with their injury record this season. They haven't lost too many minutes to problems.
Central Coast, that was superb against MacArthur. Urenia is a big bonus for them. They're different when he plays. And they're strong all over the park, and they've got a tremendous spirit. And they finish off with 2 home games. Newcastle Jets and Western United. Hardly the 2 teams in the best of form at the moment.
Caceres. Have a crack. No, covered on his right foot by Maduro. So Ivanovic goes and fast stick is Warland. He's taken it off the head of Ryan McGowan. McGowan's only scored 1 goal in the A-League. It was that at that end in his first ever game in the A-League against Adelaide United. And he's second. Well, it's almost a robbery.
Well, he didn't know. And Ryan McGowan, you see his face because he's about to land number 5. Terrific ball from Rattray to the back post. Frustrating night. Al Hassan Toure, not only him, for everyone involved with Adelaide United.
Just couldn't get on the ball enough, Al Hassan. Those central areas blocked really well by Sydney FC. DeCooley comes out now. He's had hardly any minutes. It's his second substitute appearance in a row. He's been off the scene before that since round 8, February 19. Here he is trying to run this one down, but there's Wilkinson. The thing about Wilkinson is that sometimes when you see players get a bit old and towards the end of their career, you can see the point where they're stretching, they're trying to hang in there, but there's been no sign whatsoever of that, of Alex Wilkinson. You know, he hasn't been substituted off because he's running out of gas in the game. He's organising, he's spot on. His leadership is spot on. Ball across, Grant gets in the way.
Well, the one thing after a performance like this for Adelaide is Carl Veth having to pick them up.
Big job. And Ribeiro was intent behind what he was trying to do. Just the execution is a fair bit off, and Sydney can break. Rattray doesn't even look right because he sees the run of Ivanovic, who's got some serious pace. Woods waiting in the middle. He wants his double. They're lining up for Sydney. Van der Sar can't get it out from his feet. His first touch wasn't quite with it, but they'll go again, Sydney. Caceres. Van der Sar. Maroney stops that movement.
You know, in this performance from Sydney, it's not a bad time of the year to start finding this form.
Sydney's last game up in Brisbane. No easy feat. That'll be a high quality contest. Brisbane gunning for this home final if they can't get second, which this result holds. There's a fair chance it will, down to 10 men Adelaide, and also down 4-0. That Sydney play Brisbane. Brisbane wanting to keep in the form that they're in to at least host a final. Brisbane can certainly keep those hopes alive with a win over Western Sydney Wanderers. We're not entirely sure what we'll cop from Western Sydney Wanderers tomorrow at Bankwest. It's what we want going into the last weekend of the regular season. Plenty of questions. Wellington and Perth, can't wait for that one tomorrow over in Auckland. Over 25,000 will be there at Eden Park, going nuts. That great scene last week, Wellington the home game. Starts our doubleheader tomorrow on Fox Sports. Barbarouses back to McGowan. There it is from 1 p.m. early afternoon. It's probably too cold outside anyway to do anything, especially for our Victorian viewers. Other reasons to stay in at the moment. And then that one between Western Sydney Wanderers and Brisbane at Bankwest. Warland. Oop, Caceres. Good enough to cover it. McGowan, good ball. Barbarouses and Grant. This has been his position all night, basically. Barbarouses looking for a goal. Oh, that's a great save from Delianov. They were lining up the back stick for the Sky Blues, and it's like Harry van der Sarga's had a run in with the post and lost, as you do.
That's brilliant from Barbarouses. He's had a fine game. Barbarouses hasn't got himself a goal. Nearly got one there, but his runs from deep in midfield have been a feature. What a save. Nearly comes on to Van der Sarg, who, as you say, takes on the post. There's only one winner.
He's off the pitch, so we can, unless it's a head injury, it didn't look like his head came into contact with it, Harry, so we can get on with things, perhaps. Yeah, that's going in. Off the boot. So a big home crowd needed next week for Adelaide United here at Coopers to get the joint rattling to make sure that they make the finals, the Reds. Everyone allowed back in, hopefully. Jakobsen's caught by Wood, who cops a yellow card for his trouble. Gee, Moser in at the moment. Robbie? Slater? Do you ever have one?
Nah, not a fan.
Could look good.
What, with the ginger mo?
Doesn't know what colour it is. Force for Jakobsen, but McGowan's there to head away. The back two for Sydney FC have been superb this evening. Here's a chance. DeCooley! Yaya DeCooley gets a goal for Adelaide United. Some joy on this evening of regret. It's good to see another young player doing good things in the A-League.
Well, it's a good finish. Side foot finish. Makes it look very easy, but once they get a bit of joy, it's a miss-hit free kick. It's not dealt with by Sydney. Half cleared there, then they sort of don't deal with it again, but that's a really good move. And really good layback, and that's a good finish from DeCooley. No chance for Redmayne. Didn't deal with the danger. One touch there is perfect. Moroney with the cutback, and they get a consolation.
First ever goal in the A-League, so congratulations to Yaya DeCooley. Set up by a man playing, well, tonight he becomes the second most capped A-League footballer for Adelaide United, Michael Moroney, who used his intelligence there. Another one perhaps for Adelaide late on. McGowan stops Goodwin in his tracks. Here's Moroney, urged by everyone at Coopers to go forward. Harvey Lopez has seen out the 90, it looks like. Dorigo. Biro. Bring it under control. Yeah, De Cooley, a close family friend of the Tourés. They're basically like brothers. Spend every waking moment together. Mohamed Al Hassan. Pacific Mungabira, his brother Elvis Kamsoba was in the goals last night. That's a clever challenge from McGowan. Got it just right. Barbarouses shepherds that out of play. Robbie Cornthwaite, how on earth does Carl Veart pick this side up in the next week?
Well, I'm planning on asking that after the game, so I'm sure he can give us a little bit of an insight. But I mean, they haven't got much choice, have they? They've got not so much a short turnaround, but they play on Thursday night here against the Wanderers, and I suppose, as fate would have it, it was the same fixture for the W League side. They played the Wanderers in the last game here at Hindmarsh. They won that fixture and still missed out on the finals. If Adelaide win, then you'd think they're in, but certainly they've got a lot to fix in a very short period of time.
Absolutely. Short turnaround, perhaps a good thing. 5 days is plenty of time for a player to recover physically. It's in between the ears for Adelaide United, you'd suggest, in the next 5 days. And Sydney FC, the unknown is how they cope with this disrupted back five, but everything apart from that is going A-OK for the Sky Blues. There's now 4 wins on the bounce. Before that, it was just 4 wins in their last 10. Well, they're hitting form at the right time. Here's Rattray. Oops, Ryan Grant gives it away. Coletti, Mungabira. You want to be hurried, you want to be quick, I should say. He had sky blue jerseys surrounding them very, very quickly, and it all falls down again for Adelaide. Kind of encapsulates their evening. Just a little moment of hesitation, and it all falls down. Barbarouses, Sydney hunting a 5th. Deep into injury time. Goodwin back with Adelaide. Van der Sarg in the book. Dorigo plays on. No time for writing names down. Adelaide chasing this second goal. Goodwin turns, and oh, what a block from McGowan. Wilkinson was there and thereabouts. It was Grant as well trying to affect the block.
And that's what Sydney do, and they do it so well. McGowan's there to block. If it beats him, Wilkinson's just behind. Goodwin hit it sweet. Adelaide with a couple of late surges to certainly liven up the crowd.
And help the goal difference. Every little goal helps at the moment. Would have got them back to -1. Jakobsen. Time running out to find that second goal. Adelaide United, big diagonal ball is going to go into the big mitts of Andrew Redmayne. I'm not entirely sure Ryan Grant wanted that ball. Nata Lewis, a horrible night for the home side, but a superb one for the champions of the A-League, who are looking forward to another final series, and they've taken a big step towards a second place finish. So crucial the way the finals are set up. Boos from the home crowd. Not the way they wanted to end this one. So the Reds need to pick themselves up before the visit of Western Sydney Wanderers in 5 days' time. Sydney FC farewell their Socceroo Stars in style at Coopers Stadium. Full time, Adelaide United 1, Sydney FC 4. boos, Robbie. Warranted?
Well, I think so, yeah, given their recent record against Sydney as well, and it is